Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel for the big room tour, and I'm trying to decide whether it's best to leave the windows open. I've got the natural light and the light from the ceiling, and it seems to be working pretty good. I just want you guys to get as best a look at everything as possible. So this is the horror side of the room, and I'm trying to keep it, you know, there's a little bit of sci-fi horror in there as well, but this is my main horror shelf. I'll go through everything individually for you. Hope you enjoy the video. Please drop a like on it for me. It'll help more people find the channel, and I really appreciate your support there. And we go over here, and we have all the other stuff. Might be a bit bright, let me see. There we go. Everything's looking great. Again, I'll go through everything individually for you during the video. This is a big Batman Begins section, big tribute to my favorite film of all time. I'll go through that. And up here we have some pretty cool stuff. It means a lot to me from over the years growing up. And some little treats sprinkled in. You got Stimpy there, you got Beavis. This is from growing up in the 90s. Being an 80s kid, that's Street Hawk. Some cool Star Wars stuff. Spider-Man's. Oh, and there's Sean Kemp. The Seattle Supersonics, Rain Man. Okay, so over here in this corner of the room, we have Quiet from Metal Gear Solid, The Phantom Pain. Very posable figure. It's Play Arts Kai made that. Then we got the old Hot Toys DX Joker. Still an incredible piece. And then we have a custom Adam Hughes Catwoman. Plenty of videos on that figure on the channel. Check it out for more details. It's got little cats around her. And we got Judge Dredd. And I need to actually review this figure. I was watching a clip of the movie recently on YouTube, randomly came up and I watched it. Love this movie, and it reminded me that, you know, I was really glad to have a figure of Carl Urban as Dredd. But then I checked my channel and I could find showcase videos but not an actual review, so I don't know if I've ever actually reviewed it, so I'm going to do that soon. So keep an eye out for that. And then we have Ben Affleck Batman with an Unreal Toys custom head sculpt, repainted suit, custom cape. It's a beast. And we have Joaquin Phoenix Joker, custom head sculpt. It's a really nice piece. And Christopher Reeve Superman. That was a gift from Denny in Australia. Hope he's doing okay. Got this from Denny back when it was released. Incredible figure, still looks great. I'm just going to grab some more angles because I spent a lot of time in here over the last 4 days. Just trying to make space for everything, and there's so much stuff that didn't make it onto the shelves that deserves to be here. And then I was thinking about, in different parts of the video, like interchanging figures or something, but unfortunately, just due to lack of space, I just had to really think about the ones, you know, that go on the shelf here. I was even thinking about taking away the big Batman Begins tribute, because it's taken out a lot of space. It could fit a lot of different stuff here, but I thought it'd be cool to see them all together. You got the kind of ultimate figure here with the latest suit from Hot Toys with the matte finish, custom cape, Takara gauntlets, OT Customs head. It's incredible. With the moving eyes. It's a beautiful piece. And there is a head sculpt. That is an awesome piece. And this has moving eyes also. It's the Ben Choi custom head sculpt. I tried to get it to go on the Medicom Batman Begins that I recently reviewed. I did switch the cape out on the Medicom figure to a custom one that's a lot shorter than the stock one that it came with. I reviewed this recently on the channel. It's an old figure from 2008. So you can check out my thoughts on that. But unfortunately the Ben Choi sculpt just wouldn't fit on there. It's a damn shame because it would have looked amazing, because it would sit flush on the shoulders but not quite. Shout out again to Jason, who sent along the Medicom Batman Begins figure. Wouldn't have it if it wasn't for you, Jason. If you're watching, thank you, sir. Beautiful addition to the history of Batman Begins 1/6 scale pieces. And we have the Demon Batman with custom velvet cape. That's an amazing sculpt. I love the detail all over the suit. His claw fingers, you know, not too sharp, but he definitely has slightly pointier fingertips than the regular Batman does. Now, I'll just mention, for anyone who was looking at the Batman Begins section and wondering why the NECA quarter scale was not there, it's because it's in my bedroom, and along with a few other bits and pieces scattered around the place. But that's why the Batman Begins is not in the collection room. It's just not enough space. So he has been in the bedroom here for quite some time. A few other little random bits and pieces. Sorry, it's a mess. Don't judge me! And we have another Ultimate Batman Begins figure here. Sometimes feel this is my favourite just because it visually captures exactly what I want. This is the what have we got here? We got the Hot Toys Toy Fair exclusive bodysuit, and we have a custom cape and the Unreal Toys custom head sculpt, and it has that kind of slightly turned down mouth, so he looks nice and grumpy. And get you a few angles on it. It does remind me a lot of my favourite poster, which is up on the wall over there. I mean, the cape isn't over the shoulder like it is in the poster there, but it does remind me that kind of feel. I think it accomplishes that really well. So this is my kind of moody, on top of the buildings, kind of looking down on Gotham with the cape around him. The more kind of dramatic, animal-like look. And then over here for the OT Customs with the Hot Toys suit, the latest one, it's more about appreciating the actual suit itself. From head to toe, it's pretty much a perfect Batman Begins figure now. And we have a League of Shadows Bruce Wayne in his ninja costume. And that was a gift from Alex McPhee. If you're watching, sir, thank you very much. It's one of my favourite pieces. Look at the detail on the gauntlets all over the armour. I know these have been remade by different companies over the years, but this was by Pop Toys. It's the original. Not Hot Toys, Pop Toys. And I just think it's always been the best version. And over here we have the Takara Batman Begins figure. And that was the first 1/6 scale figure I ever got in the collection. It's the reason I started the channel. Still a great looking figure. Then we have the quarter scale Hot Toys Batman Begins. Great looking piece, but he still doesn't have moving eyes, and they really should have implemented that for this release because it wasn't that long ago. They still didn't do it. But it's got a custom cape by Jackson, if I remember correctly. It's a really nice cape. And it's a really nice looking figure. It's got quite a thick neck. I mean, maybe a little bit too thick, to be honest. At times it looks a bit much. I'm just getting close here so you can see how realistic it looks. Very glad to have it in the collection. That is the quarter scale Hot Toys Batman Begins. And then lastly, for the Batman Begins section, we have the Enter Bay Batman, the Beast, the original Beast. An absolutely incredible figure. It's got a custom velvet cape which contrasts beautifully against the matte finish of the suit. Absolutely stunning piece. Just get a couple more angles on this beautiful figure. I mean, it is an absolute standout piece in the collection. It always has been. It's been many years since it was released, but it is interesting, especially with the Enter-Bay stuff. I have to say, I looked back at my videos on the Bruce Lee quarter scale figure. That was an unbelievable piece. And also the Hot Toys DX Enter the Dragon figures. I used to own those. Foolishly sold them. They were absolutely stunning. Alright, so that is my little tribute section to my favourite film of all time, and pretty much the reason I started the channel, Batman Begins. So thank you, to that film's existence for inspiring me the way it did, and does to this day. And to the Predator section, we have the big Jungle Hunter OG Predator by NECA. Did a lot of weathering work on this one. It's an incredible piece. We have the smaller Jungle Hunter by Mezco there. The Hot Toys Wolf. And that's the latest version they released. That's a really good figure. I feel like going back and doing another video on this. You can put it in so many cool different looks. It's very hard to decide whether to display him with his biomask on or with it off like this. It's really tough. They both look so good. All that acid burn down one side of his face. Incredible detail on it. It's one of my favourite Predator designs. I like them sleek and agile. I don't like them too bulky. There's the Elder from Predator 2 by Hot Toys. That's an incredible piece. And then we have a Dog Alien from Alien 3 by NECA. Damn shame they didn't do that in quarter scale. That would have been killer. We have two aliens, all reviewed on the channel already. And there is a big comparison video coming up in the near future with every Big Jap alien that I have, inspired by the video on the channel Strange Form. Can't beat that guy when it comes to detailed reviews, knowing his stuff. Check him out. We got another OG Predator by NECA. Mask off version with the open mandibles. And then we have Hot Toys Ripley from Alien with the Hot Toys big chap behind her. That's a really good head sculpt. Remember when they first announced it, she was going to have real hair, and it looked really quite disastrous, but thank God they went with the sculpted hair for this. It's a really great piece. Pretty much a perfect figure. Can't say the same for the big chap. They really need to go back and do that again. But that is my little section dedicated to the Alien and Predator stuff. This is the centerpiece of my horror icon shelf, with Death on one side and Sam from Trick or Treat on the other. This is my personal copy of the Halloween 2018 Michael Myers mask. I rehauled this myself, and it's perfect. For me anyway. I mean, because who knows what the real ones actually look like unless you have them in front of you, but this is just a beautiful mask, and I still can't believe I did it. I've tried to replicate this again and again and never ever come close. I don't know what happened. It was like I got possessed by something that night and it left me the next day and just stayed with me long enough to create this. It's bizarre. I can't understand how I was able to do it, because like I said, I've tried many times to do this again. I had some pictures from Christopher Nelson of the one that he has in his own collection from the movie, and I just copied every little smudge and detail that I could and spent a long time on it. It is something I would never sell. I just hope it lasts. You know, I've tried to protect it by putting various coatings of different stuff on there to help preserve it. But that is me H40. I have other masks, but that's the one that means the most to me. So I rearranged, what I needed to in order for it to fit on the shelf. And the base was made by Matt Weaver at Wicked Designs on Instagram. I really love Godzilla. I really do. I always did, but seeing Shin Godzilla a few years ago really reinvigorated the whole thing for me. I just love the big G, man. He makes me happy. And it was so cool to get an amazing movie recently with -1. This is a Godzilla from that particular movie. That's a really, really cool piece. I think I found out officially now that it was sculpted by Yuji Sakai, who is the best, in the game, that I know of anyway, when it comes to sculpting accurate Godzillas. And that is an amazing piece. Here's the Awakening version of Shin Godzilla by X Plus, the 30cm version. This was the G-Store version, so there are 3 different versions with little subtle differences, but this is the G-Store one, which I do prefer now that I've seen all of them compared to each other in videos on YouTube. I don't really like the more red body. I like it kind of darker like this. There's still red in there, but the right amount of darkness for me. And a really vicious head sculpt. If you haven't seen Shin Godzilla, folks, do check it out. It's one of my favourite films of all time now, and just an unforgettable version of Godzilla. Absolutely terrifying. It's the most horror movie version of Godzilla, maybe -1 equal, but more of a horror film than anything else. And we got the big Godzilla statue in Japan figure. That's what it's based on. This is a colorized version. The statue is kind of like a black tone, nothing really color-wise going on. You can also get that version of the figure, but I decided to get this colorized version. It's a really, really nice piece. Has a hell of a presence. It's big. And you got probably the ultimate, even with the bigger, gigantic Godzilla statues you can get. This is probably the best when it comes to Shin Godzilla in this particular look. The 30cm Yuji Sakai X Plus Rick version of Shin Godzilla. Extremely accurate. I love this piece. One of my absolute favorites in the collection. But it doesn't end there. Nope. It only gets bigger. This is the X Plus gigantic Shin. Ooh, look at that thing. It is beautiful. You don't understand, folks, unless you see it in front of you. It's something else. The detail on this. It looks like an explosion. He does. He looks like an atomic just cloud. You know, the legs. And as I was panning up, it looked more like an explosion than anything else. Glowing from within. No batteries required. That's the translucent vinyl. Just catching the light. Detail on its head sculpt. It's just unbelievable. Another one of my absolute treasures. Alright, there are other Godzilla pieces in the collection from different eras, different films. But due to lack of space, I decided to focus more on Shin Godzilla with a little bit of -1 sprinkled in for good measure. I like that shelf. Looks nice. With the pictures in the background. Okay, now starting over here we have a stunning Darth Vader figure. He is mostly Sideshow Collectibles parts, but with some Hot Toys underrobes there sprinkled in just to take him up a little bit higher in the class department. Beautiful cape though. I much prefer this cape to anything I've seen from Hot Toys when it comes to Darth Vader. It just hangs so beautifully. Really thin material with a lot of weight. So it looks so much better than even the videos I'm seeing of the new DX Darth Vader cape. It looks nice, but it doesn't look natural like this does. Trust me, this cape is incredible. But I absolutely adore my Vader. And we have the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man from the Amazing Spider-Man 2 by Hot Toys, the latest figure that they released with custom white eye lenses. I recently did a video on the channel about those and the installation process. I'll just try and get in close so you can see the little holes, that kind of pattern that you get with the real lenses. So they're not just white. That's why they're $60 a pop, because they are legit eye lenses for your Spider-Man figure. They just take it to another level. It's beautiful. As is this beautiful chrome shiny Mandalorian. I did a video on the channel showing you how I cleaned all the chrome. Wasn't the first to do it, but I don't know, I can't remember. It was a while ago, but anyway, I did a video showing you how I cleaned it. Definitely remember getting some advice from people about different products to use. But it was worth doing in the end. As you can see, it's just stunning. Season 3 really let me down, but there's no denying that Season 1 and 2 are incredible. Absolutely incredible, so he still deserves a place in the collection. Still got the original armor as well. It's just not up on the shelf. Alright, then we got the Sideshow Darth Maul, which has the amazing head sculpt with the absolutely perfect likeness and paint job. This is the head sculpt to have if you're only going to have one Darth Maul. And I had to get the hooded cloak separately on eBay because this particular version of Darth Maul doesn't come with one, and that was the final look that I wanted for him. It's a shame because it covers up all the beautiful detail of the head sculpt for the most part, but the presence that he has standing there like that, holding on to a double-ended saber, just shrouded in black, it was too badass to not have on the shelf. Those eyes. And we got classic suit Spidey and Green Goblin, very much comic book versions of themselves. Big parts of my childhood. Matt Weaver, really nice 3D display name base there. And then we got the Jesse Mark and the Street Hawk bike from my favourite TV show of the 80s. YouTube it, check it out. The show was called Street Hawk. And it was badass, man. It's got the best theme music ever. Just check it out. Trust me, it's so good. But yeah, this was a pretty expensive little purchase, but worth it. And I had to put him together myself and paint him. But yeah, representing Street Hawk. And we have two Predators by Hot Toys, but pretty heavily messed with. I mean, especially the Jungle Hunter, that's a kind of Frankenstein figure made up of different parts. And the City Hunter has a lot of custom parts by Fugitive Predator Customs on Instagram, like the Biomask and the King Willie head sculpt, which is amazing. Check out the review on the channel for that, and all the various videos explaining the custom part changes and just getting it looking more movie accurate. I like that they both got appropriate kind of bases. This one's more of a city, that's actually the Rambo base, but I'm using it for the Predator. They've all got spines and skulls on their back hanging. And that's the original Hot Toys Jungle Hunter head sculpt, but on the classic Predator body, but with the Jungle Hunter armor. So it's all kind of a mix up of parts. Really accurate head sculpt. Now those are my Predator 1 and Predator 2 1/6 scale Preds. And then we have a Werewolf section, because I'm a big Werewolf fan, always have been. That's a custom Eddie Quest Howling Werewolf. That's an insane piece. Check out the review on the channel for all the details on that. It's just ridiculous, that figure. Look at that thing. It's beautiful. The fur is just stunning. Look at this, how evil it looks. Big pointy ears. Saliva. Look at that. It's terrifying. It's Eddie Quest. Surrounded by other awesome werewolf figures. That's the Cool Models werewolf. 1/6 scale. We have a really rare American werewolf in London. Little minibus thing. More werewolves here. And a nice howling mini statue. Keep it in the box because I really like the box. Got some awesome artwork on it. On this side, I know on the back you've got the poster, I forget. It's beautiful though. So, it is. Oh, and we got more werewolf stuff. You got the OG here. And we got a gift from a girlfriend for my birthday, I think. Yeah, I think it was my birthday. A werewolf perched on some skulls. I got custom Dog Soldiers werewolf in the back. You won't see too many of those around. That's my favourite horror movie of all time, Dog Soldiers. And you got an official Dog Soldiers figure in the back there as well. More werewolf figures. And the amazing Kessler Wolf by NECA. That's an amazing one. Look at that. Another beautiful base by Matt Weaver. Able to pose him like he's leaping through the shuttered door in Piccadilly before he tears off the head of the policeman. But yeah, that is my little werewolf section, which I'm glad to have back because I was missing the werewolf section in the room. It's pretty cool. It's coming along. There's some cool stuff coming from companies in the next year or two. I think it's Syndicate Collectibles are doing an official Howling figure. I cannot wait for that, as well as their Pumpkinhead. Really excited. But I think the star of the show is definitely Eddie Quest. Just one last look close up before we move on. Looks like he's really enjoying being a terrifying werewolf, which he certainly is, old Eddie. But yeah, it was David Eason on Instagram who made that. He does make them, so you can get in touch with him, order one. Check out my review on the Howling Werewolf for all the details on that. Alright, so that is the werewolf section. And still not everything there. There's a few bits I didn't quite manage to squeeze in. There's some figures that kind of had to come off the shelf due to a lack of space. They're all awesome. I just didn't really have the room, so I had to make some sacrifices. You got the amazing Batman figure. And Snake Mrs. Quiet being beside him. I had Boba Fett up beside Vader, but they had to move. And you got the awesome Buzz and Woody, usually on the shelf, but I had to take them down too. Loads of Godzilla stuff, all kinds of stuff. Stuff. Bits. Amazing artwork. And VHSs, guitars, figures, Godzillas again. More Godzillas. T-shirts. T-Rexes, Godzillas, Fonzies, old VHSs. More Buzzes and Woodies. Two very, very heavily customized, movie accurate Buzz and Woodies right there. Just strewn on the floor. It's a disgrace. They should be on the shelf. Lots and lots of good stuff. Don't even get me started on my desk. Yeah, lots of stuff. Doesn't have a home right now. I have to figure it out. It's really trying to find somewhere for Bela Lugosi Dracula by Caustic Plastic. Got quite a few. Look, there's Batman as well. He's looking for somewhere to... He's looking out the window. Just chilling. That's from Glenn Page. What's up, Glenn? And this amazing Art the Clown statue custom on Etsy. Love that one. Ed 209. Forget about it. And in the corner, you got an amazing piece. That's a custom. Quarter scale 1978 Michael Myers The Shape. It's an old head sculpt from One's Customs that was rehaired, and it's got a Shadow Fergo real metal and wood knife. Everything's movie accurate. It's an insane piece. Such a terrifying presence to that figure. And beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, there's Vampirella and Catwoman. Various statues. Yes, there are Michael Myers heads everywhere. Everywhere. There's Snake's butt. And various other bits. But yeah, it's a problem trying to find space for everything. There's a cool skull. Another gift from a girlfriend a while back. I like that. And above Michael Myers, on the shelf in the corner of the room here by the window, we have the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 Freddy by NECA. It's a big figure and it's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Two head sculpts. It's really difficult to decide which one to display, but that is an amazing piece. And in the other corner we have the Hot Toys Dark Knight Rises quarter scale figure, which is just insane. It's got a custom cape, and it's just a really, really accurate piece. And then we got the NECA City Hunter quarter scale figure. Okay, so now we have the end of this shelf, which we're going to have a look at now. And check out this amazing custom Jaws piece, the original film. I've reviewed this on the channel, so you can check out that review and find out all the details of where you can get one. I do recommend you do, because it is fantastic. You can get them bigger than this, but this is a nice manageable size with incredible detail. I'm still hoping that NECA do release their Bruce the Shark figure eventually, but just in case they don't, I had to get this. I'll just let you check out the detail there. Beautiful paint job. Really incredible piece there, folks. Not the only Spielberg classic on the shelf. I had to make sure I squeezed in at least one of my T-Rex pieces. This is Rexy from the first Jurassic Park, made by W. Dragon. Absolutely adore this particular statue. And all the rest of my T-Rex and Raptor stuff is now in storage. Just isn't room for it, but I'll always keep them. Hopefully one day I'll be able to fit them somewhere. There's the original die-cast Hot Toys Robocop. Still don't have the chest plate for the more recent one that I sent off to get replaced. So hopefully that all works out. I haven't heard anything back. Getting a little bit concerned. But I'll always have this original. In this battle damaged look. With the exposed eye. Don't know if you'll be able to make it out, but it's in there. Such an incredible movie. And we got the very rare Pop Toys Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider figure. That's a great piece. And Harley Quinn by Sideshow, not the most recent one, but the one before it. I like the pose, the attitude. And then we have Michael Keaton. Batman Returns by Hot Toys with a custom cape. Alright, then we got the Sideshow Clint Eastwood. It's an amazing piece from The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. I have got my eye on their Unforgiven figure that's coming out in the future too. That's my favourite Western, Unforgiven. But there's no denying this is one of the most iconic looks from film history. Badass looking figure. And then we have John Rambo from First Blood. From the Sly Stallone shop. It's an amazing piece. It's like a museum kind of figure, you know, you'd see it under glass with a poster of the film and like a description. It's just amazing. Oh, and there's Ren. Ren and Stimpy. A really nice classy section there. Some classic films. We've got the light pouring in here. A little bit of horror shelf action now for you. You got the extremely accurate but unfortunately quite short. If he was taller, this would be the ultimate big chap figure. It's the Medicom Real Action Heroes big chap alien. It's an amazing piece. Check out the review on the channel for it. See it in more detail. There's the Caustic Plastic Nosferatu figure of the year 2023. Absolutely incredible. And you got Halloween 2 Michael Myers. Check out the how to assemble or how to build the ultimate Halloween 2 Dick Warlock Myers figure video that describes everything that's going on here. It's quite a popular one on the channel now. The views are going pretty crazy on that particular video. And that's a very satisfying Dick Warlock Myers right there. And we've got a big custom Art the Clown. Before I forget him, I'll just show him. That was by Candlelight Corner on Etsy, I think. One of a kind. They don't usually make them this big. It was during the first lockdown and she wanted a project, so she made this. And I think it might have been eBay actually. One of them. I think it was eBay. But I got very lucky. This was before it all blew up when Terrifier 2 released. Looking forward to Terrifier 3. Art the Clown, the latest icon of horror. Very iconic look. Back to the shelf up here. And we have Sideshow Jason. Someone mentioned recently that have I ever looked into getting a custom mask for this. I haven't really, but if anyone out there makes them, get in touch, because I would be up for upgrading. Yep, that's my Jason. Shadow Fargo Real Metal Machete. Then we have 3-0 Leatherface. Usually have both versions of Leatherface on the shelf, but just trying to squeeze everything in here and change up the look a little bit. Look at the blood, it's nasty. And then we got Pinhead. It's more of a slightly posable statue, but I really love the head sculpt on that one. Do also have the figure by 3-0, thanks to my buddy Steve. And then we have my custom Halloween 2 Rob Zombie Michael Myers. That's the alternative head sculpt from the Nightmare sequence. Insane detail and paint on that one. It's by One's Customs. This is where I think One's Customs does his best work, with the Halloween 2 stuff. Here we have the Hobo Myers from Halloween 2. Another real metal knife there from Shadow Fargo. You can see Tyler May's beard coming out underneath the mask, and that's just insane. You know, it's just an amazing piece. Custom. Totally custom. It's something else, that one. Then we have Patrick Bateman from Iconic Studios, with some extra blood. Then we have Pennywise by Hot Toys, a figure I really love. A nice little trick there, just sticking the balloon in the back of his sash thing. Makes it look like it's floating up behind him. That's right. That's a beautiful looking piece. The 2018 Myers beside him. Look at that. That's the James Jude Courtney 2018 Michael Myers, 40 years later. Then we have Death, just perched on the shelf of horror. What kind of horror shelf would it be without the ultimate life taker? It's creepy. And you got the absolutely huge Trick or Treat Studios Sam figure. Great figure, but too big, so I have to have him sitting on the shelf to try and conceal how big he is next to the other characters. There's the Perfect 78. Plenty of videos on the channel describing what that is, but it is just that, a Perfect 78. And we have a clean Art the Clown, a bloody Art the Clown. Have an amazing custom Rob Zombie Halloween Michael Myers from the first one that Rob Zombie made. He's a big, scary figure. Another One's Customs head sculpt. And another real metal and wood knife by Shadow Fargo. Custom coveralls by Tanila, repainted and weathered by me. Lots of dried in blood. It's pretty amazing. And then we have my Freddy, who is slowly becoming a Part 2 Freddy. I have a custom head sculpt on the way with a custom hat, and I'm going to have to see what I'm going to do about the sweater situation. If anyone out there makes 1/6 scale sweaters, I need a Part 2 Freddy sweater badly. But I've got a custom head and hat on the way, so there's a video coming up about that on the channel soon. I'm really looking forward to showing you. And then we got my Scream 6 Ghostface. That's a really nice piece. Darko Customs, and check out the detail on that. It's beautiful. And then we have the Creeper. Check out the review on this guy. It's worth checking out. Another Shadow Fergo real metal and wood weapon. Beautiful detail on that. And check out that hair at the back as well. Oh, and the hat that I found on eBay, like a material hat. He's got the hand, the severed arm that comes with the Pennywise figure. But yeah, Brian Rogers sent that my way. It's an amazing thing, man. Thank you so much if you're watching. The Creeper was missing from the lineup, and Mr. Rogers swooped in. And there is the Asmus Evil Dead 2 Ash. After a little bit of work, including giving him a nice little subtle 5 o'clock shadow, really helped the likeness come out on this one. Then we have my Halloween Kills figure, which I'm not really too satisfied with. That's why he's kind of tucked away here in the corner. He's not tall enough, and there's a whole bunch of little issues with him, but it'll do for now. I don't really care too much about the second movie's kills and ends. It's more 2018 I really like. They started off really strong and it just got worse and worse. There's Pumpkinhead from Mark and Irene. If you're watching, I hope you guys are doing okay. This was an incredible gift, and I love Pumpkinhead. That's the big mega scale Sota Toys Pumpkinhead, and he's always perched on the end of the horror shelf. And that is all my icons of horror. Not all of them, because I had to pull some out to make space for the mask in the middle, but that had to be done. Alright, now over here we have some pretty amazing stuff. We have the Sideshow Collectibles Terminator 2 bust, skull, head, like chrome plated, made from the molds from the same endo skulls as T2 in the movie. Just ridiculously accurate. And you've got a Hot Toys Arkham City Batman, but changed into more of an Arkham Asylum look. It's a really cool piece. You got a big Arkham Knight Catwoman Prime 1 statue here. It's a stunning statue. Very big, very heavy, takes up a lot of space, but there's no denying it's incredible. The eyes light up on the endo skull here. Go ahead and turn them on for you. You can see it's just the best endo skull you can get. Except no substitutes, folks. This is the one. And you got the quarter scale Hot Toys endoskeleton from the first movie. I painted the eyes red on that one because it just doesn't look right when the eyes aren't turned on. So it's just a subtle little bit of paint on there to make them look a bit more red. But that's an absolute feat of engineering. Everything moves, every part of the fingers moves, everything. It's just crazy. Absolutely example by Hot Toys. This is the one. They want to show off, you know, some of those Iron Man figures they've made, and this, and so many others. It's my little Terminator section. And we have Sideshow Crow by, sorry, I was going to say Sideshow Brandon Lee, the Crow. And I really do like this one. Did a little bit of custom work around the eyes, just made the makeup a bit darker. I'm not sure what's happening with this remake with Bill Skarsgård, but we'll see. I mean, what the hell? I was thinking about this because you know how The Crow has that soundtrack? It's like one of the most incredible soundtracks from any movie. How are they even gonna... What are they gonna do? Are they gonna use modern music? There's no way. Can you imagine how bad that's gonna be with like modern stuff? I don't know. There's some good bands out there, but no, man. I just don't see how it's gonna... Come on, man, you can't mess with the original Crow. They made some bad sequels, but that first movie of Brandon Lee is just so good. But anyway, we'll see what happens with this new one. There is Snake from Snake Eater. It's an amazing piece. Looking forward to this remake that's coming out from this game, with the insane graphic upgrade. And there's Deadpool, the first Deadpool by Hot Toys. Just checking his blade is nice and sharp. Figure's holding up well. I did a fair bit of a black wash on the figure to dull the bright red a little bit, make him look a bit more movie accurate. And we have quite a recent purchase, but an old figure. The Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit. I'm hoping Hot Toys will revisit this suit because it definitely needs it. But I just really like it, so I had to get it. I can always battle damage them up if they do another one. And we have the Arkham Asylum Joker by Hot Toys, one of their best Joker figures ever. And Blitzway Tyler Durden. It's one of those rare times where I sold a figure and then missed it and got it back. And I dry brushed the hair to give him some nice blonde highlights, which he really needed. And it definitely makes the figure look better, I think. Yeah, that's a great piece. So that is that section, which just leaves one more section of the shelves to go, which is this section here, front and center. Alright, what have we got? We have an amazing mob meeting Joker in 1/6 scale. We have a custom suit, custom head sculpt, real metal knife by Shadow Fergo. This is just a insanely real looking piece of the collection here. Check out the recent video I did when I first got this head sculpt. I got it off eBay. Turns out they're quite rare and held in high regard, and rightly so. I mean, you can see it looks amazing. No real straying off from just a very straight expression, just perfectly capturing that mob meeting look. I sort of got obsessed with the Joker all over again once I put this figure together. It relit the flame. Yeah, he is perfect now. And there's a few other figures that wouldn't usually be on this shelf, but they mean so much to me that I just wanted them to be right up front here. This is the heavily modified Mezco Jungle Hunter. Loads of little added parts, and swapped out the biomask for a spare NECA one. and it worked out really well. I love that figure. I think it looks so good. And we have a recent release from Trick or Treat Studios, that Scream Greats Myers figure, some added horns. It's just an amazing figure. There's Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy, and we got Beavis, Cornholio, and Venom. Big scary Venom. It's from the Let There Be Carnage movie. It's an awesome figure. Hell of a presence to it. I was thinking about selling it, but once I got a few more Spider-Man in the collection, it just didn't seem to make sense to get rid of him. There's the Batch 2 Tobey Maguire Spider-Man from No Way Home. Got him looking pretty good. With badass camo, kind of partially invisible NECA Jungle Hunter Predator. And then we have a figure that's turned out to be so rare. It's just insane the money you see it going for already on eBay. The latest one's up there for 1,500 and something. You know, just don't know how many were made, but there really doesn't seem to be many out there. It's a fantastic figure. Kurt Cobain from Nirvana by Blitzway. We got the 2018 Myers mini bust head here. For this is made by Christopher Nelson, who made the mask from the movie. And he didn't make too many of these. It's laser scanned from the real mask that he has, and then he painted it himself and included a little badge from the set of the movie. So I really love that. It's a prized possession in the collection. And then that just leaves Catwoman and Batman. And that's the latest Selena Kyle by Hot Toys. On her original base from the first figure, because Batman very much wanted her base, which he has now. He's even got his nameplate on there as well, and Ren approves. Yeah, this really worked out very nicely. And you got Medicom boots, and it's the Hot Toys Armory Batman with a custom cape, but with the latest DX Dark Knight head sculpt. And Selena and Batman together. Okay, that is it. I think I've got everything. So we'll just go around the room now and finish up. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts. What kind of pieces are you into in the collection here? Do you have any of the same ones as me and all that stuff? I will have to re-review this Dredd figure like I mentioned earlier. I'm going to have to do that. And if you haven't seen Dredd, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't seen this film, definitely check it out. It's one of my absolute favourite comic book movies of all time. So good. Yep. Did I even really get in close on Catwoman? I don't think I did. I've shown it many times on the channel. 1/6 Visage did the head sculpt, and Gwyneth made the outfit on Facebook to make an ultimate Adam Hughes Catwoman. That's the comics I have at the top here. Very famous artwork by Adam Hughes. Some of my favourite covers ever. Some really iconic stuff. Okay. So, I'm just gonna give you one last look. I spent so much time setting it all up. I gotta get them, I gotta get them on film because it'll probably change again. It'll get all messy. That's a nice little pose for Superman. Did I show him? I did show him, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, I showed him at the beginning, didn't I? But yeah, I just tried to make it look like he was just taken off. Give me a little close up on the Joaquin Phoenix head sculpt because it's insane. Yeah, man, that's crazy. And that custom head sculpt from Unreal Toys, look at that. It's beautiful. You can turn the head on that version, it's posable. You got Child's Play 2 Good Guy doll, which I love. So real, so accurate looking, I love it. Wouldn't be without him. He's my buddy. Lots of cool t-shirts. Stuff. Alright, I really love this little section up here. Nice little tribute to Jaws on the end. I'm very nervous about that shark staying there though, because he kind of balances on the rig. It's like a little felt surface and he just kind of sits on top of it. And he is obviously slanting forward, but he seems to be pretty well balanced. But I do worry. Really love that Harley pose. Yep. Love the middle section. Not sure whether to leave Selena like that. It's not much of a pose, but that elbow's taking a bit of stress. Still not sure how this outfit's going to hold up over time. But we'll see. And like I said, that Kurt Cobain figure is so rare and going for crazy money already. Look at that. It's a great piece, man. Really great piece. It's got another head sculpt as well, but I decided to go with this look. And let's just go around, make sure I didn't miss anything. I could have missed something. Yeah, I showed you all this. Showed you all that too. Alright, so soon, like I said, I'll be getting the custom Freddy head sculpt and hat for the part 2 look. So that'll be coming up on the channel soon, as well as plenty more goodies. Thank you for all of your support over the years. You know, this channel's been active since 2007. Still going strong. And I will continue to do so. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I hope you're having a good day or night. And I'll see you soon. Take it easy. Bye bye.